Welcome to your magical moon message. This is the peace dealer. The moon is in Gemini. The sun is in Pisces. The moon is fourth house to the sun in Pisces. And thus, peep this, okay? You are understanding, moon, the true nature, Gemini, of transcendent magical abilities. Oh, let's get it. So much so that like the synchronicity of this is reasonably mind-blowing, because now this is the first quarter square, okay, of the activation of new seeds. You know, this is a new belief you're operating with. And if we use a firmware update or a software update, because you updated the whole computer Capricorn season, then you turned that son of a bitch on, and then you updated the operating systems through Saturn with Aquarius, and then after that, you're updating the software now. You know, when you turn on a computer, you get a new desktop. That's the hardware. Okay, that's the Earth, that's Capricorn. And then it operates on a system. When you actually turn the computer on and it starts to get electric, that's Aquarius. And we know Saturn is in Aquarius, and Saturn is a system. And so this was you literally downloading through Aquarius in the neural pathways of your brain, because you know computers are basically just your brain, which are supercomputers. You downloaded a new operating system. Do you know what operating system you downloaded? I already know. It's the peace dealer. Windows, fuck it. Because after, 2 years of just psychologically getting gaslighted, and the government, like, you know what, they'll just let us keep doing whatever bullshit we keep doing, you decided to be like, fuck it. Really? Fuck it. Really? Fuck it. So you're downloading Windows fuck it over the next year. You're going to get some more firmware updates. And now, after you have uploaded this operating system, you get the hardware, you get the new desktop Capricorn season, and then you upload Windows fuck it to your computer. But then Windows fuck it has so many programs. Like my favorite program, I don't give a shit. Get the fuck out my face, is another personal favorite. But you are now uploading the software on this operating system. And Neptune, let me tell you, super magical, I tell you. This is software that integrates non-locally with other people's shit. Imagine having a computer and you can turn on a program and then you can like access someone from across the country playing that same program. It's nuts. It's so strange. And it's also the source of a lot of manipulation and deception, but we can get to that later because the moon's in Gemini. So it's going to expose the true nature of a lot of this shadiness. Okay, so some of you are around people and you're like, wow, you were really cool a couple days ago. Now you're just saying things that are helping me see who you truly are. Yes, listen very closely to how people will just snitch on themselves. I think people may snitch on themselves more today than they've ever snitched on themselves their entire life. I'm kind of snitching on myself right now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really groom myself after I got out of bed. I got the gruffy, mustache right now. I didn't even cut my hair in a couple weeks. There's some Virgos analyzing all this shit, and I'm already running off of the I don't give a shit program. So, it's just kind of crazy. But the crazy thing about Pisces season, ladies and gentlemen, is that after you've downloaded the operating system in the neural pathways of your brain, now you're uploading, you know what? We're always on our smartphones. Let's just use a smartphone analogy. You downloaded Windows fuck it to your smartphone. You got a brand new smartphone Capricorn season. And what do you do after you upload the operating system? Tell me if I'm wrong. The first thing you do when you get a new phone is you download apps on that bitch. You download a lot of apps on that bitch. But first, you had to upgrade your operating system because the apps couldn't run on the old operating system you had. And the operating system you have couldn't run on the old phone you had. You had to have a new phone because this is new mechanics. You feel me? This is an analogy for your brain. So you're downloading new software on Windows fuck it. A lot of you are running on I don't give a shit. And I see you. I don't give a shit either. And it's cool. It's really cool. There are new types of programs that you're able to experiment. Do you see where I'm getting at here? So you literally started a new cycle last week of downloading new apps to your phone. This is a new phone. It's a revolutionary new phone. And it's a revolutionary new Windows system, because now it's Windows, fuck it. And the government, Saturn, is telling you shit and you're like, fuck it, bitch. No, bitch. Listen, you're gonna start seeing this very quickly. The same people who were complying too, even they're like, man, I'm about to get Windows, fuck it. I don't know. I'm this close to getting Windows, fuck it. Seriously, I swear to God. A lot of people did switch to Windows, fuck it a long time ago too. You better join the revolution. But yes, at this critical juncture, the first quarter square is where the flower grows through the mud. So from Moon in Gemini to the full moon, the seeds you planted, okay, are now in a position to truly integrate into Virgo masterfully, Earth sign, and you will harvest those seeds. So if you understand what I'm saying, this is miraculous. I just dropped a bomb right now. And when I say that I just dropped a bomb, for over the next week, what you're going to witness is this new belief take form in a behavior and technique that you can replicate over and over. You're literally in the process of like weaving a new magic spell or an application on your phone that you're going to spend unhealthy hours on, just so obsessed over, totally not like Instagram or YouTube, maybe even worse. And then you can just reverse rationalize and convince yourself that it's a healthy addiction and obsession and it's yours. So it really doesn't matter what other people think. Other than that, this is where shit gets fun, baby. This is Moon in Gemini. Okay, some of you need to see this message. It applies to you. Don't you dare give up. This is where, you take an ecstasy or Molly and any substance, Tylenol, Rogaine, and from when that substance releases and you have a change in your mind, that's Gemini. Don't sleep on Gemini, baby. That's why we the lovers card, stimulation. When you Sagittarius is the peak experience. So Sagittarius is 2 Mollies in, and you're like, I love my life! Yes! But no. This is Gemini. This is when that shit just kicks in. And you're like, wait, does this pill work or no? Oh, shit, this motherfucker works. That's Gemini, baby. And so you're gonna experience that for the rest of this transit. And you're gonna see how many people got you fucked up, but you're also gonna see how you done lucked up. You done lucked up. This is the square to Jupiter. So let's break this all down. You're on the critical juncture of now. Pisces season last week, you downloaded new apps. Because it took Windows a while to download. It took all of Aquarius season. Because that last operating system had a lot of limiting beliefs, and you said fuck it to them all. It was square Uranus, you said fuck it to them all. Even shit that you didn't think you'd ever say fuck it to, you said fuck it to before you could stop yourself from being like, fuck it. Literally, just fuck it. Oh my God, at this point, who cares? Okay, so I want you to think of last week, the new moon, you're starting to download apps, right? Based on the apps you have, Moon in Aries, you start to get a good, interesting understanding of who you are because you can tell a lot about who someone is by the apps they have on their phone. And then Moon in Taurus, you already manifested the apps you're gonna use. Now you have your attitude. You're like, okay, I'm about to be on this app and this app. And Moon in Gemini is where now you're getting ready to integrate these apps and software into how you use them socially, into how you practically integrate them. This is literally where shit gets fun, because you downloaded the apps now. Now it's time to have fun with the apps. And if these apps are magic spells and new techniques in a new way to operate your awakened self, this is where the fun begins, baby. This is where the fun begins, my friend. For you male viewers, hearing me say baby, I apologize. So other than that, yes, this is unless you go that way. What's that, baby? No joke. This is very important because, yeah, I just seen a 555 right now. And I don't really care to say numbers like that, but that was to whoever wanted to hear that. Guess. We're about to step in the moon in Cancer, which is going to be the most delightful trine with Neptune. It's going to feel good. Moon dignity feels really good. But the moon Gemini square is petty as fuck. Drake said it's the petty boys versus the pretty boys. And don't let the pretty boys lie to you. The petty boys been winning for a minute. Of course, you know, petty boys ain't gonna get an award, but like, petty boys been killing shit for a minute. And every time the moon is in Gemini and Virgo, the pettiness just raises like so much. Isn't the sun, one time for the sun, just killing shit as always. But other than that, as much as I can try to focus my Gemini mind to give you this message, shit is about to get super real. And that's because now, based on this new belief that you have effectively activated, which is the most supernatural activation easily that we're having this year, I can confidently say that. Sun, Neptune, Jupiter, easily. You're now at the critical juncture where it begins to make logical sense. And that's why it's a square. Because now you can have a belief, but how do you understand it enough to communicate it to someone? Because when it's in Virgo full moon, it's real. Now that belief is a habit. But now you're starting to develop this in the way you think about it. And there's so many gems, Gemini, you're gonna understand. You're gonna understand how you've been thinking about this belief wrong. Many of you are struggling to believe in your own divinity because this is a divine cycle. Pisces, this is a new cycle of your divinity. You're starting to understand the truth of that because you're understanding it in an old way instead of embodying it the way you do. And what you're gonna understand is you don't necessarily have to understand what you've already been doing. And so you're going to be reworking your understanding of how you think or what you think. You're reworking your understanding of what you think and what you communicate in being aware of your individual truth, how you feel individually, how you think individually about the interconnectivity of everything. Synchronicity works so well. I'm gonna actually share earlier, you know, I picked this up. I'm a member of Rob Corps. Shout out to Rob Explains, or Comics Explains. And I'm a honor guard, so he sends me trades. I got volume 1 of Doctor Strange. And when I left there, as soon as I left, I opened the door right on time for someone with everything in his hands to walk through the door. It was synchronized perfectly. And I know at that moment you had a synchronization too. Non-locally, I probably wasn't aware of it locally in my vicinity, in my human form, but still, subtle things like that. You're understanding your individual truth and thoughts before this steps into individual soul power. The second soul power in its dignity, Cancer. That's gonna feel so good because this moon in Gemini transit is also gonna reveal a lot of you are overthinking shit that hasn't even started yet. Like you're overthinking a connection with people that hasn't even like developed. Like you're not even in the position to worry about how shit'll go wrong because you're not even aware yet of how solid y'all connection is. Like you're going in, but this is gonna now bring more balance and peace through chaos, fuckery, and pettiness. People are gonna be lying their ass off. This is gonna, oh my God, this is gonna be square in Neptune too. So just know, don't assume, know everyone is capping. Even if they don't know in the moment, they're capping. Because they're going off of information real time that hasn't, like there's no Virgo. It hasn't even been analyzed. So you're just gonna see a lot of people snitching on themselves. Like just talking confidently about shit they know nothing about at all. And it's probably gonna have a lot to do with you. And so just let people snitch on themselves. We also see with the moon in Gemini, the trine to Saturn. So this is also going to strengthen the knowledge you've come into through Aquarius season in this operating system and kind of go more into how you establish Windows fuck it on your smartphone, on your computer, on your tablet, on any other devices that you just decide to, you know, express. My favorite program, once again, I don't give a shit. That's the dopest. It's #1 on the App Store right now. So yeah, as you explore these concepts, you're gonna understand the truth of your highest divine experience being that's going to shock you to the core as we get to the 3rd decan of Uranus and the moon transits there. And you're also going to now, coming into Virgo, contextualize the hidden truth. Keep this private, please. Because remember, people, not everyone, people who aren't aligned with truth, right? It's just gonna be lying their ass off, like regurgitating principles and like the truth is gonna be coming out too, and it's gonna be spun. instantly so that you don't see the true lens of it. That's the Neptune square. You're going to understand how to integrate new magical abilities, and this is going to be so fun. It's going to feel so good. Godspeed. Peace.